Welcome back to another season of Peralta Matters. I am your host, Jay Calhoun. Our next two episodes will be dealing with the languages at the Peralta colleges. So, sit back, relax, and let's get into what matters here at Peralta.
I'm Congresswoman Barbara Lee. Join me in watching Peralta TV.
Welcome back to Peralta Matters. We are now joined by a longtime professor, College of Alameda's Sedique Popal. Welcome to the show, sir.
It's a pleasure being here.
Pleasure having you. Let's talk a little bit first about ESL and why it's important.
Well, ESL English is a second language, although this has been kind of misnamed because English is for many people not the second but fourth or fifth or sixth language.
Yes.
Also, as far as importance is concerned, when we say as a second language, it means that it's not of importance. No, it's a very important language for our students, and they work extremely hard to master it in order to be successful in this country, academically, socially, and vocationally. So that's why you asked me about the importance. It's just the key for their success. So those that they come and study in our program, they master the courses that we have, they finish that, they successfully finish it, not just finish it, successfully finish it, then these are the ones that they open these doors of opportunities for them. That we refer to this very cliche that America, land of opportunities. They may not have a lot of opportunities if they don't have English. So it's the English and how strong it is. I tell the students that your English is the key for your success. And so the stronger key you have, you can open a lot more doors.
I like it. I like it.
So that's why it is important.
Right. We talked a little bit earlier about the statistics of the classrooms in which and how full they are and all that.
Right.
Give us a little bit of why they're full and why the level or the success rate is so evidentiary.
Well, as far as my college is concerned, I can speak for the whole district because I'm the chair of PEAC, which stands for Peralta ESL Advisory Council. And this body has been in existence for the last 20 years or 22 years.
Excellent.
And so the reason that these classes are full is because the students, the community of ESL learners, they see the need for learning. They want to get a degree, they need English, they come to us. They need to find a job, they need English, they come to us.
Exactly.
They want to go to those that they want to just do it for social purposes. They need English to be able to talk to their neighbors, to go to their doctors, to order things online or internet. They need English. So to do all of these things without English, they can't go very far. The community has felt the need for it, and we are delivering it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And that's why our classes are packed.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Talk a little bit about your classroom in particular. What are the students' reactions to, or what do you see as we talked about the proven success rate and what they do? Talk about a little bit about those students.
Well, the thing is that I should say that every morning when I enter my class, I feel very blessed that I have this opportunity to work with people from around the world.
Wow.
So you come to an ESL class, for example, I have a morning class like today, 8 o'clock. There are people from 12 to 15 different nationalities. And they have only one goal, to be able to read and write English and to be successful in this country.
Right.
And I teach a writing class, and I teach them, for example, this format of essay writing, how to write an essay in English. And that's not only just English language skills, that they need to be able to have the right amount of vocabulary, the right grammar, the right, but also culturally, that how in this culture you format an essay, that you have to start with a capture statement, you have to have a thesis, and then take the thesis, becomes like leading sentence, and to break it into these little parts, what we call it pieces, and develop the body of a paragraph based on that. This is something cultural.
Yes.
So we help our students, and so as I mentioned to you before the interview, this segment of the interview, that we have created an accelerated model of ESL. In this new model, there are 4 levels of proficiency.
Okay.
The first 2 levels are what we call it meets the what we call it the BICS needs of the students, which BICS stands for BICS, and that means the basic interpersonal communication skills.
Okay.
So those that they need to become conversationally fluent,
Right.
to understand spoken English, to be understood by others, and to be able to compliment somebody, to respond to a compliment,
Right.
to order food, things
Right.
that are social.
Right.
They could attain that, they can gain that
the
proficiency,
first two
that
levels.
competence, the first two levels.
Gotcha.
But those that they want to go beyond that, to go to a class right, for example, an essay, to take a sociology class and write a term paper, for example, to take a multiple choice test in a math class,
Right.
for example, or
Right.
some other language-related classes, then they will have to come to the high intermediate and advanced level of proficiency.
Okay.
And so there we prepare them to be able to go to college classes, not only survive, but succeed.
Right.
To understand lecture, take lecture notes, and translate this lecture notes, to transfer the lecture notes into what? Into something that they can remember
Right.
and understand, into
Right.
outlines, and finally to essays.
Yes.
So this is what we do. And some of our courses are transferable. Means if they take the course, it will be counted as a transferable course, that they will not have to take it in a California State University system or UC system.
How does it count? As a foreign language, or does it count as a?
No, it counts as an
English?
English, as one of their electives in English.
Excellent.
So we
Excellent.
just prepare them for all levels. And this accelerated models, also, it's not locksteps kind of system. It leaves this freedom for those that the variation the students have in their level of proficiency.
Right.
That if those that they can go faster, the model make it possible for them to move faster.
Right.
And those that that they cannot go faster. There are so many reasons. There are people that they work.
Right.
They work full time, and
Right.
they are responsible for a family. They
Yes.
also come to school.
Yes.
So they may not go. They may not be able to go as fast as they expect or we expect them. So the model make it possible for them to take it a little bit easy and to move at a slower rate and so they could advance now to the
Right.
next level.
Exactly.
It will take them longer.
Right.
And again, when it comes to language acquisition, there is not one way of learning. There is so many individual variations, depending on the person's educational background, a person's personality, a person's experience with acculturation,
Right.
a person's how close his first language is, or his or her first language is
Right.
to English,
English, yes.
what kind of experiences the person had before, age of the acquisition. All of these are the variables that it cannot just make it possible for all people who learn it the same way.
Right.
That's why this model that we've created, it is based on what we call it a unitary trait hypothesis.
Okay.
Means we look at language holistically. We believe that you can't just take one class on pronunciation here and a grammar there and reading there and writing there. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
We want to kind of integrate skills. So that's why they come to the reading and writing class. So and then we integrated that one, listening and speaking class, and a number of other ones. So there's integration of skills, and that way we kind of look at language acquisition holistically, and that's what this model does, and that's how it helps them be successful. Not only our ESL classes, but also in the mainstream classes.
Right. Right. How are you? And I don't know if you can answer this quickly. How are you able to maintain this level of interest, intensity? Because I don't take your class, and I'm learning so much by sitting here.
Oh,
how
thank
do
you
do
very
that?
much. Thank you for the compliment.
No, thank you.
Well, the thing, as I said, that I just feel blessed that I have this chance to teach English in an English-speaking country. English is not my first language. It's my probably fifth or sixth language that I've been exposed to and learned.
Yes.
So I have this passion, and I can feel for the learner. Because I can relate to that. I can see where the person is going, what's happening there. It's because of my first-hand experience learning English as a sixth language. That's why I said that to call English as a second language is kind of a mislabeled title. So we're actually working at PIAC to change it to a different title, to a different name, because this doesn't really fit. Because most of our students are multilingual. They speak so many other languages other than English. And English is not their second language, not sequentially and not from the viewpoint of importance. So I maintained it because I am trained. I was a college professor in my country, Afghanistan, country of birth.
Excellent.
And then I couldn't get along with the Russians when they invaded Afghanistan, so I left. And so I went around the world, went to Iran, went to Pakistan, and went and stayed 2 years in Germany, and I also worked there and taught English. And then finally came here, and I went to school to get my degrees. So I went to San Francisco State University to get a master's degree in teaching English as a second language, and another degree in language studies or linguistics. Also, I have a doctorate degree in education with emphasis on social linguistics.
Right.
So this is my thing, in other words. So this is my passion.
Why social linguistics? What made it so important for you to do social linguistics?
Well, I believe that there are a lot of social issues that affects language acquisition. We need to just look at each individual and where the person comes from, background. So we need to validate each individual experiences, cultural and languages. And so, and I believe that there are a lot of social effects on language. There is no such thing as one size fits all, depending on who we talk to, what we talk about, what kind of relation we have with the person we talk to, and what's the subject of this topic, this talk or speech. We vary the language. So we need to prepare our students to be able to respond to these different linguistic situations. You talk to a television host, you talk one way. You talk to, you know, like I just finished talking with the Vice Chancellor, you talk another way. As soon as we got out of his office, I talked to my other colleagues. I use a different kind of English. And when I go and talk to, at the end of the day, when I go home, I don't even talk. I'm too tired. so there's so many, that's why social linguistics does. That it looks at all these variables. And also when it comes to success, we need to prepare our students for all these situations. Okay, you go for a job interview. How should you look like, for example? I mean, your appearance, presence. And then what kind of language do you use? You know? And then you write a paper. What kind of language is it? When you write a memo, what do you write? So that's why social linguistics deals with language variation. And so I believe that so many things, social cultural reasons, personality reasons, education reasons, they affect this variation. That was my interest, and that's why I went to that. And you know,
that's why you do it so well.
Degree.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Dr. Popal.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
And a pleasure, being here and giving me the chance.
Thank you very much. That was Dr. Popal from College of Alameda. We'll be right back in a few minutes.
I'm a veteran, and I was looking into some of the trades. Signing up for classes at College of Alameda was really easy because you have the online stuff, and then the administration building was really helpful. The VA department, speaking with the dean, it was really easy to just get all the paperwork done and get going in the class. It's an easy transition from the military in Iraq to coming into here.
Welcome back to Peralta Matters. We are now joined by Moisés Neira, College of Alameda student. Moisés, welcome to the show, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Excellent. Thank you. So we were earlier talking about ESL classes, and before we get into why you like them, why are you taking ESL classes?
I'm taking just English as a second language because I want to improve more my culture, and secondly because here in a new country, we have to act when you go to shopping center, when you have also to pay some bills, doing many activities. I think you are supposed to be understood. And that is one of the main reasons, like I'm taking ESL classes. And also the main thing is because I want just to acquire this new idiom. Because it's like a challenge. It's a challenge for everybody, not just for one person. We should be challengers, and it doesn't matter at what age.
Talk a little bit about. I mean, we know obviously by looking and hearing the efforts and the emphasis of Dr. Popal, but talk about your own personal experience in an ESL class with Dr. Popal.
Well, my personal experience about taking classes with Dr. Popal is like I'm really just blessed and pleased. Why? Because I never met any professor who just give it to you and teaching you, if we can say as an idiomatic expression, from the scratch. As he mentioned before about writing essays, I was just not so I didn't know so well about how did it start. But then he gave to us so many examples, many homeworks, and then we were feeling more confident every time when we were just going back just to class with Dr. Popal. And besides, he always give us a lot of enthusiasm.
Right.
He always is pushing us, making us just study hard.
Right.
And then I'm repeating, as he said before, the key for the success is just try to learn, and that is what I'm trying to.
Do you think that, I guess because all the students, mostly in ESL, are there for, like you said, one reason, you have a better understanding with each other, you have a better working relationship with your students, you actually enjoy going to class to learn?
I did. I do because, you know, even for telling the truth, probably this has nothing to do with your question, but now I'm in some time, like I'm already just retired.
Okay.
I'm retired from University of California, Berkeley.
Okay.
That I work good time. And now I have more opportunity just to learn, to focus about learning English as a second language.
Right.
And then that's why I feel really happy every day as soon as I'm getting up, and then I say to my wife, you know, I don't know what we could just learn today, and not just in reading and writing with Dr. Popal. I'm taking other subjects like pronunciation, listening and speaking, and also grammar. And I can keep it up. It's not easy, but no, I can keep it up because, like I mentioned before, whenever you just make your own decision just to get your goals, you make it.
You make it. Excellent. I like it. Tell me what an average ESL student, or not average because obviously you guys are all different walks of life, but tell me for you specifically what a day like in classrooms with ESL is. What are you actually going through on a day-to-day basis?
What do we do? What
in your classes? Yeah.
Well, it depends on the subject you're taking. And with Dr. Popal, he gave us just a lesson about how to writing paragraph first.
Okay.
Then as soon as he notices, like we are just ready just to go to the next step, like he's doing, writing essays. That is what he focuses on us a lot. But he give us good work, a lot of just help, backup, and among the same classmates, we help each other.
Yeah.
We I think just Peralta College is a good community. I love for sure Laney College because I live in Alameda, and then it's not the first time I'm taking just classes just in Alameda. I did before almost 7 years ago. Okay. I was taking classes at night time. Yeah, that is what just I feel just happy every day. You know? Yeah. So also I have to do something anyway because right now, not because I'm retired, I'm gonna sit down at home. Sitting down on my laurel watching TV. No. I have to have a mind active. Yes. And that's what I feel. I feel just really just positive at this time.
Excellent. You're an inspiration, Moisés.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming on the show, sir.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
That was Moisés. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Peralta TV, programs that matter.
Welcome back to Peralta Matters. We are now joined by College of Alameda student, Ana. Welcome to the show, Ana. Tell us a little bit about why you're taking ESL.
Yeah, because English is very important because I want to improve my English. Then I decided to take ESL classes. Excellent. Because when I came here and I didn't understand anything, then I need to learn English.
You've been studying ESL for how long now?
I have been studying since 2011.
And where'd you start?
When I was studying English at Laney College, but last year I moved to College of Alameda because my major classes right there. And this semester I'm taking high intermediate writing, reading and writing, and psychology 1A, and high intermediate speaking and listening.
Excellent, excellent. How do you like the classes?
My writing classes teacher is Dr. Popal. I really like this class. I think Dr. Popal is a very good teacher because he knows how to explain to us everything and have to easy to understand for a student because everybody is ESL class student because we are a high intermediate level, but many words new for us, and he explained. He always choose easy way.
Yeah, yeah.
We understand.
Did you have class today?
Yes.
Yes. What'd you guys do today?
Oh, today I had a midterm test.
Ah. How did you do?
Yeah, I think it's well.
Really good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What did you guys cover in your midterm? What was on the test?
He gave us is a 2-page article. Then we read to understand. After that, following the 10 questions to answer. After that, we had to write response paragraph.
And so the whole thing was in English?
Yes.
Wow. 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 Well, good job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And what do you want to do with your career? What's your major?
My major, I'm going to be dental assistant.
Okay. Okay. Why you choose that one?
I like help people, and I like to talk to people. Then I choose that.
They like that you choose that one. What would you say to your friends about the ESL classes that you've taken?
I want to tell them. If you want to improve your English, you have to take ESL classes, and also all ESL classes teachers is very nice and very helpful, and
yeah,
yes.
That's what you'd say. Excellent, excellent. Give me one more example of a Dr. Popal's class and how it's helping prepare you or getting you ready to become a dental assistant. What in the reading and writing or the language or any of that stuff, how's it really helped you?
Dr. Popal's classes is how to write essay, and but our class is more than 45 students right there,
Wow.
but it doesn't matter. I sit in front of the classes, behind of the classes, doesn't matter because my teacher always walks between us, and if he has a question, always call our name. It doesn't matter front of the or back of the class.
Excellent.
Then also who wants to get college education, and we have to take writing class.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Anna, you did a great job. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
That was Anna, College of Alameda student. We'll be right back in a few minutes.
Academic Excellence on Peralta News. Teachers of English as a second language from all 4 of our colleges make up the Peralta ESL Advisory Committee.
PIAC's main function and main mission is to bring uniformity, consistency, and continuity in course offerings, choosing, creating, and implementing assessment tools, and also helping colleges in the district to choose textbook for their classrooms. We use the same assessment to be placed in classes in 4 different colleges. A person can take an assessment test at the College of Alameda and then register at Laney, or vice versa. Take assessment test at Laney and register somewhere else. It's the same tool, the same rubric, the same cutoff score. So that's why it's that uniformity, the discipline needed in order to serve the community.
There's something, however specific or general, this is a brainstorm, and it's most important that we hear everybody's voice. So take about 5 minutes just to go back and kind of look at what's here, add anything, think about which group you're interested in.
The latest accomplishment of PIAC has been this new accelerated ESL model. We wanted to kind of respond to the budgetary constraints and the financial aid restriction to make this program accelerated so that they do not spend too much time here. Not everyone. Now, the AB model gives the option for some people to go a lot faster than the older model that we had before. We have integrated reading and writing in one course, and we have integrated listening and speaking in another series of courses. But the reading, writing, listening and speaking, and grammar are the core courses of this model. And it's accelerated in a way that instead of 6 levels that we had in the past, we have 4 levels. Those that they need more practice, however, we have the option of AB model, which will enable them to spend more time and learn. Because to learn a language, to get the mastery of a language, to be able to speak it, to understand it, read it, and write it at the college level takes time.
Peralta TV, programs that matter.
Welcome back to Peralta Matters. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you didn't get lost in translation. Until our next episode, please do something that matters.
Peralta TV, programs that matter.